I'm the host. We are committed to empowering Australian rules footballers and developing strength and conditioning coaches to best practice physical preparation methods. Today, I will be debriefing last week's live chats with Sam Newman and Tim Schmidt, announcing our upcoming guests and presentations for next week, discussing what to expect from our 2-week trial program, which we've just launched. Today's the last day to enter. For those interested, click the link in our Instagram bio. It's a 2-week free program, and I'll be answering any questions you send my way. If you're watching from Instagram, head to our YouTube channel where you can use the chat box to send in your questions. Quick announcement, guys. We also have a new blog post that will be going out tomorrow morning. It's on concussion in contact sports. So for all the footballers out there, it's very relevant. And let's dive straight into today's podcast. So a quick debrief on Sam Newman. I caught up with him in his podcast studio 10 a.m. last Tuesday. It was a super informative chat. We discussed the 3 big areas of his life, including his football career, where he played through over 300 games for Geelong Footy Club, how he nearly moved to Richmond, how he dealt with injuries, where he missed over 100 games. He compared himself to Kevin Bartlett, where he could have played as many games as Kevin Bartlett if he got to play those 100 games. We talked about his business ventures, how he got into the media, and it was super entertaining to catch up with a great man. Obviously, he's done big things in the AFL and Australian media. And if you missed that podcast episode, make sure to head over to our YouTube channel by searching for Prepare Like a Pro. And we launched the podcast. So for our podcasters out there, the podcast is already out. It was so big and the demand was pretty big, so we had to launch it straight after the live chat. So you can now listen to that episode on Spotify, iTunes, and all the directories that you listen to your podcast on. The other chat that I had last week was with Tim Schmidt, who's a former Sydney Roos AFL footballer. He played a handful of games with Sydney as a midfielder and kicked a few goals as a midfielder as well. He was renowned for his kicking ability, and he's now doing great things with Kicking Dynamics, which is his own business that he runs out of Sydney. He also works with athletes remotely. He had a great coaching background after his football career as well, working with the AFL and also GWS Giants when they launched. So if you're interested in improving your kicking ability and you're looking for some drills, make sure to head over to Kicking Dynamics on Instagram, where he posts heaps of amazing drills around how to improve your kicking efficiency. And he has a real strong philosophy around what works and what to try and avoid for developing footballers, both male, female, and for any age. So definitely recommend that chat. Like the Sam Newman one, it lives on our YouTube channel if you're interested in watching it, as well as the podcast recording will be upcoming over the next couple of months. We'll launch that episode. In terms of next week, guys, I have a live event with Matt Ferraro. He's just the former North Melbourne rehabilitation coach. He's just finished up at North Melbourne, and he's looking to work in elite sport. He's got a few things on the horizon, which will be exciting to chat with him. He's done amazing things. I actually first met with him on the Australian Strength and Conditioning Association Level 2 course, and you can tell he was a real brain, and he's the modern day coach, having a master's of physio, as well as being able to get his hands dirty in the gym and on the field with strength conditioning. So he's really got it all when it comes to coaching. Good understanding of the sports side, strength and conditioning, but also the medical side. So really looking forward to that chat. He's also worked at Collingwood before at North Melbourne, so he's got great experience in the elite game. And be sure to join us. That's 8 p.m. on Tuesday. Thursday will be to be confirmed. There's a few people that are in the pipeline for Thursday's second chat for next week. So as soon as I know, I'll launch it on our socials, mainly the Instagram. So for those that are watching this live, or if you're listening to the recording of this on our podcast, just make note on our Instagram. I'll be sure to let you guys know who our live chat will be on Thursday. In terms of presentations, we've got a massive one coming up. Last week, I hosted a recorded presentation, as I do every Wednesday, live on our Instagram and YouTube channel at 8 p.m. This week, up and coming, is going to be a masterclass. It's priced at $50 on our website, so it's going to be free for all our followers. You can tune in for that live recording of our masterclass where I go into detail around strength training for AFL, nutrition, we talk about recovery, we talk about mindset, all the things that are really important, and the basics, and what to do really well if you want success in not only preventing injuries but also to improve your athlete development for the game. Make sure to tune in 8 p.m. on Wednesday. That will be streaming live from our YouTube channel. For our Instagram followers, because it's a recorded event and the platform that I use Restream on, most of our live chats are only going to be hosted on our YouTube channel. So if you're following us on Instagram or you're listening to the podcast, make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel so you're prompted when we do release these amazing products and services on our YouTube channel. So yeah, head over there. You can just simply search Prepare Like a Pro in YouTube. Otherwise, I will share the link in our show notes for the podcast. And for our Instagram followers, just click the link in our bio to find our podcast. So that will be next Wednesday. It's probably our biggest presentation that I've done over the last couple of years. So make sure to tune in for that one, Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Next week's episodes to be released will be with on Tuesday we'll drop the Dean Filopoulos episode, who's the head of rehabilitation at the Collingwood Football Club. So that will be live on Tuesday. I had a great chat with sorry if I just lost my train of thought there. Had a great chat with Dean. We talked about his journey in strength and conditioning, as well as how he worked his way up into the field as a strength and conditioning coach, working in NABLE. It was known as TAP Cup back then, and then how he worked his way up in Collingwood and how he's doing big things now with the Collingwood Football Club and helping guys return back to performance after an injury. So for the S&Cs out there, definitely tune in for this one. He gives plenty of practical advice on how to work in elite sport and the research that he did, as well as all the hours he put into his craft. And for the footballers as well, he provides some great little tips and tricks that you can do to help your athleticism. So definitely tune in. Our Friday episode that launches next week on our podcast will be with Nick Popovic, the high performance manager of Melbourne United NBL basketball team. They are the premiers. They just won the premiership last year. So it was a great chat around what he's done in his career, how he got to where he's currently, and he came recommended from Popovic, who was one of our most listened podcasts and a well-renowned name in the game. He recommended Nick, and I can see why. It was a super informative chat. He talked about all the things around the mental side of performance, the physical side, and little things that tend to get missed around what's important, and trying to not get too bogged down in the little details of things, but do the basics really, really well. And a fair bit was about mindset as well. So if you're tuned in and you're an athlete, definitely make sure to pencil in the Friday podcast episode, Prepare Like a Pro, on Spotify, iTunes, with Nick Popovic, which releases next Friday. We have a 2-week free program that is up and running. We've had a fair few people engaged in this program, and I just finished having a live Zoom, which I do with all the athletes on our program every Sunday at 5 p.m. and inducting those guys. It's not too late if you want to join and you're watching this live chat. All you need to do is click the link in our Instagram bio to enter this 2-week program. It includes both strength training and conditioning. It's a 5-day week program with 2 rest days. We hit the lower body 3 days a week and the upper body twice a week. So you work on your first 3 steps. You get better with your acceleration, your power, like your leaping ability, as well as your aerobic capacity. So if you've got a target and you want to get in the top 5 or win the 2K time trial and hit the ground running with your pre-season, definitely recommend starting this program. It's also a great way to get a feel for how the Team Builder app works with our program, which is what most AFL clubs are now using for their strength and conditioning. It's a fantastic app. I used it at Hawthorn Football Club, and I'm now using it with Prepare Like a Pro. So it gives you a bit of a taste for what we do here at Prepare Like a Pro. It's a free 2-week program. You've got nothing to lose, and you also get free Zoom sessions with me. So today's one's already done, but you can watch the recording for those. And next Sunday, I'll catch up with the group again at 5 p.m. So you get those 2 free sessions. And then after that, if you want to join, of course, you're welcome to join the program, where you get a heap of benefits. So that's it for today's episode, guys. If you have any questions, feel free to hit us up either on Instagram or Facebook. Really looking forward to our live chat with Matt Ferraro next Tuesday. Remember to tune in via our YouTube channel, and I look forward to seeing you guys then. Cheers.